Turbo Turnup Time. The Black Tiger Miner live cast is starting now. It's Turbo Turnup Time. The Black Tiger Miner live cast is starting now. It's Turbo Turnup Time. The Black Tiger Miner live cast is starting now.
Hello, YouTube and Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. Happy Friday, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs. We made it. Been a lot going on this morning, so just trying to catch up. Wanted to get at least part of a stream going. We might have to pick it back up later, but it's not really a whole lot going on today. But I just wanted to chime in to make sure you guys are still here and still strong, and make sure the BTM Army is out here and the Turbo Toad Turnup is getting ready to push up for the weekend. Although it is Mother's Day, so it might not be a whole lot going on, but continue to stand strong. And Diamond Hand, what up? What is that? Tendro? What up, Tendro? What up, the Roaring Toady? Let's go, BTM. It's the Turbo weekend time. Yes, we'll definitely have to see what's going on for the Turbo weekend, right? We made it through a tough week. We're back on track. We're back pushing. The buzz is coming back to Turbo. People are starting to get excited again. We've been here the whole time, so we just got to continue to push up slightly. So I wanted to come in and give you guys a little inspiration so we can continue on the mission. So get ready to strap in your seat belts, put your trade tables in the full upright position, and hold on for dear life and relax, because the heavy lifting is over. Continue to DCA in. This is not financial advice. This is just for entertainment purposes. Let me start the spotlight. Let me see where we're at in the chat. Let me see. What is this? Put a fire emoji in the chat if you think Turbo will pump this weekend. Good afternoon, BTM from Southern Cali. What up, Southern Cali? What up, Marcos? Where you been, bro? Where you been? So this is the BTM Twitter page. Make sure you sign up to stay current on news and events and updates. So this is the AMA announcement, which is May 15th, which is, oh, wow, May 15th, next Friday. Dang, time is flying by, bro. Time is moving. So this is Sid Jackson. What up, Sid? Bartode pre-gaming at the resort piano bar before heading out to celebrate his turbo gains with his friends. I know that's right. Has anyone seen my turbo stapler? Yeah. I'm going to need you to pump this weekend. Yep. That'll be great. Thanks. Definitely want you guys, or tripping. Definitely want Turbo to pump this weekend. That would be awesome. Turbo, the rich toad isn't the one who sold under a penny. It's the one who wasn't a bee and held through the swamp. Paper hands get squashed. Real toads ride. Shout out to Turbo. What's going on? Enlighten me. Hello, I just stopped to show you a screenshot of Turbo's market sentiment. Turbo Binance is strong buy. OKX is strong buy. BitGets is strong buy. HTX says buy. Mexi says strong buy. Gate.io says strong buy. KuCoin says strong buy. KCX, wait, KCEX, I'm not even sure who that is, says strong buy. Which one says strong buy? Is that PHEMEX and CoinX? So looks to be across the market, these guys are saying buy, buy, buy. If Turbo breaks out from here, it will never come back. I have the feeling it will chase Pepe's market cap. It's going to pump hard by Saturday. What? When was this? This is yesterday. It could hit 1 cent. Mark my words. I'm considering many factors before coming to this conclusion. I'm thinking it's going to pump too, guys. So put a fire and emoji in the chat if you know where it's at and if you think it's going to pump, right? Because it's pulled back. So it's kind of setting up, but I don't know, right? I don't want to hype you guys up. But if it does pump, remember who talked about it first. Congratulations, Turbo holders. You're going to get rich. Again, it's not financial advice. This is just me reading postings, right? Don't sell your kidneys or refinance your house to buy Turbo, right? DCA in and be patient. I know most of you guys already had it anyway. So this is not like newbies. Most of you guys have been deep in the Turbo Toad. Go ahead and like the video. Meeting at 9 a.m. No problem. Just got back from Mars. I know that's right. On the way to the moon, baby. Turbo turn up time. Day 93 of relentlessly pushing Turbo. This isn't stopping until we smash past the multi-billion-dollar market cap. The multi-billion-dollar market cap. Billions or nothing. We're doing it all out. God. I had to get a sip of that coffee, actually. I got my coffee late today. But we're doing it all live, right? The multi-billion-dollar market cap. I was just shooting for $1 billion, but hey, I can ride with multi-billion too. Let me know in the chat. Put a fire emoji if you think we're going to hit the billions. Billions. But go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. And let me know if you think we're going to hit the billions. Put a fire emoji in the chat. Just want to make sure we are all there. Thank you, Tinder Dro. Let's get back to it. ETH is popping up to 10K, and so will Turbo to billions and billions. And that's what we've been waiting on. We're waiting for ETH to freaking do something, man. And ETH finally, I don't know, released that update that ain't really doing much yet. But if it does actually mess around and mistakenly start helping and reducing the fees, I think at some point Turbo will reap the benefit, right? If we get ETH pumping, we are the main token on ETH, right? So if ETH goes, so will we. So ETH is the tide to raise all the ships on Ethereum. So if we get ETH rolling, we are right there in business. A5 calling out Upbit, official Upbit, to list Turbo token on its exchange. One thing you should know about us codes Upbit is that we never quit. Join our adventure to the moon as the best meme coin on Ethereum blockchain, or be sorry you didn't. What up, Ken? What's going on, fam? Top highlight, meme coins by social engagement in the last 24 hours. Here's Turbo. Turbo's came down. Actually still in, how is it? How's it still in 5th place? That's weird. But yeah, we're in 5th place with 672,000. We beat out Flocke with 654,000. And on a regular day, 674,000 would probably be number 2, if not number 1. But I think there's a big push with Pepe in Trump coin in Peanut because they're pumping. Live from Yellow Knife, Canada. Thanks for joining, Ken. I gotta look that up. Where the heck is Yellow Knife, Canada? It's like one of the coolest names ever, man. Yellow Knife, Canada. I just happen to like yellow plus the toad's yellow. So you're right on track, actually. You all know what to do. I am a big greedy now. Buy the dip. Definitely buy the dip. DCA in, guys. Don't spend your bill money or your mortgage or your rent money. Do what you can. Have you picked up your turbo token yet? I have not. And where do we get these turbo tokens? Who's making these? Turbo Madden? I don't know. I definitely need to circle back with you about the turbo token. We can get it on the show. Turbo to the moon, day 22 of action. Binbit from Bybit official to list turbo. I like that turbo. I should use this in a freaking um, thumbnail. I like that Oracle Red Bull turbo jacket. Likes and share this channel, everyone. Definitely. Thank you, Ken. Ken, I might have to put you on a payroll. Uh, all eyes on turbo. With growing hype and bullish market conditions, the first AI generated meme coin is strutting toward a multi-billion-dollar breakout. Why is everybody saying there's going to be $1 billion breakout? With all eyes open, Turbo scans the galaxy. This meme coin is going interstellar. Hey, Toads, any of you buy on whatnot? Make sure to mention Turbo Toad. It seems to be by big collectors, investors, and deep pockets. What is whatnot? I bought every dip. Shout out to Cloud Bricks. Shout out to Nicolette. Such a sweet toadette you created just for me. Mercy, Mia, more mature. I don't know. I love you, my smart, sweet sister. It's my honor and pleasure to experience Turbo's journey with you and all the other lovely Toad and Toadettes in the community. In my opinion, Turtle is synonymous with the community, and Turbo's community is truly unique and exceptional. It will always have a special place in my heart. Oh, that's pretty cool. I once had a cousin who said he didn't have Turbo. He's not part of the family anymore. Turbo King, you're a trip. That's hilarious. Shout out to Cloud Bricks. Faster than you think. I think so too, brother. Turbo is on a bullish trajectory. Get ready for potential gains. And you can see here to 0.005, and he's saying up to 1 cent. Didn't have a percentage here about the gain though. But this is what I was getting to. So this is key zones. This is buy zone number 1. If we go down below 0.004, buy zone number 2. If we go down under 1.5, which I don't think's happening, bro. 0.006 and then up to 0.007. So the key zone is between 0.007 and 1 cent. So that's pretty interesting. Just let me know what you guys think about the Dead Frog bounce target buy zone 2 is very great. I don't think we're going down to zone 2, bro, unless something crazy happens. This is more what I see going up. What is that? 0.006, 0.007, and up to 1 cent, I guess. Wake up, I see others The other side of the world pump turbo. You crazy SOBs, you did it. This was actually today. Weird. Interesting. Turbo is at its peak. Nothing can stop him when the energy flows through him, ready to break through everything. What has fallen will rise again. What seems lost will be rewarded. Turbo is back, brighter, stronger, faster. And those who join now will celebrate tomorrow. It's actually cool. Turbo is the best. Day 29 of Action Robinhood to spotless Turbo. The time of the yellow toad has come. Come and join us on our journey. Let's freaking toad. Let me click to a quick short. I don't want to do a video. Let's do a quick short real quick.
$100 and Turbo is flying. Yesterday, it was up over 94%. So I hope you bought the dip because now it's ripping towards that 1 cent region again. Fast. Turbo isn't just another meme coin. It was fair launched, created using ChatGPT, and backed by a relentless cult-like community on X. And guess what? Ethereum hasn't even hit a new all-time high yet. But once it does, get ready. Meme coins like Turbo are going to have legendary green candles. I believe Turbo can easily reclaim its all-time high of 0.015 cents. And from there, 5 to 10 cents isn't crazy. Turbo is still under a 1 billion market cap. It's early. It's loud. It's bullish. Ethereum just broke.
Too. And so in the short term, if Turbo gets Coinbase and Robinhood, Turbo in the short term would hit a $10 billion market cap. And that would be a 20x for Turbo. So Turbo in the short term could do a 20x overnight if it gets those listings, and that would be a short-term price prediction on Turbo for 16 cents. Now, after that, after a Coinbase and Robinhood listing for Turbo with a short-term correction, it could have a short-term correction back to like a $2 billion market cap. Like that would be what, 3 cents? And then I think after that, Turbo will consolidate around the 3 to 7 cent range. And then in the top of the next bull run in a year from today, Turbo could pump again to $100 billion market cap, which would be putting it at around, 60 cents, 70 cents, or even $1.
So Galaxy's saying it could be at 60 cents or 70 cents or $1. What do you guys think? Do you think that is crazy, astronomical, or do you think that is possible? I think that is kind of high, actually, but I can run with it. Let me see. How many minutes is this? 5 minutes. Play this quick video from Mike. Let's see. Mike, see what Mike the Investor had to say real quick.
Then you are very aware of both of these projects because I've talked about them multiple times. The first one is Turbo Coin, which is on Ethereum, and the second one is SNEC, which is the largest meme coin and one of the top 5 largest coins on Cardano itself. So I've talked about both of these. And so real quick, if we take a look at the Turbo market cap on DEX tools, you're going to see it's sitting around 425 million with 1.5 million in liquidity and just over 54,000 holders. Now, one thing I want to show you here, if you click on the market cap here, it's not going to give you the straight exact, right, unless you are looking at it at that time. But as you can see here for Turbo, its all-time high is just shy of that 1 billion market cap, which is right under 995 million. And as I said at the very beginning, the very first Turbo video I did almost a year ago, I said Turbo has billion-dollar market cap potential, and I do think it's going to get back there and surpass that level. And this is why I think it's one of the tokens, one of the meme coins you want to get into if you don't already have it before it is too late. Now, again, this is not financial advice, right? I'm not Granted, I'm kind of telling you to buy, but again, take my information and make your own decision, right? These are two meme coins that I believe are going to do very well at the peak of this bull run. And so real quick, at the time of this video, as we already saw, 425 million, right? So if we go over to the very first video I put out for Turbo, you're going to see this was roughly about 8 months ago. And so if I blow this up a little bit, you can see the market cap was around 276 million. And so since then, though, we hit that all-time high of around close to 8 million. So that was close to a 4x. We've pulled back and we're sitting close to a 2x now. So again, if you got in at the very first time when I talked about Turbo, you are in profit. I wasn't one of the people who got in under 100 million, under 50 million, but Turbo still has a lot of potential. And the last thing I want to share with you here that I thought was very interesting, and this actually came out back in March. And so it says breaking Turbo ETF news. And I'm not going to read all of this, but I do want to highlight something. Now it says Turbo ETF. Here's what Matthew Tuttle said. A dedicated member of our community recently posted a question tagging Tuttle Capital Management and asking, when Turbo ETF? The response was lightning fast. Just 7 minutes later, Matthew Tuttle himself replied, when the market cap gets over 1 billion, I'm in. All right. And this is the full post on X here. But again, this is important. This is Matthew right here. If we go back to the market cap here, he said over 1 billion. Well, before that, back in December, as you can see, December 20, what was that? December 11th is when we hit the current all-time high. We were just shy of a 1 billion market cap. And so in my opinion, Turbo is going back there and is going to go higher. So again, let me know down in the comment section, are you a holder of Turbo? Did you sell out of Turbo and you're thinking about getting back into it? Let me know down in the comment section. I would love to hear your thoughts. Now, the second project we're talking about here is SNEC. Now, I was one of the early ones to talk about SNEC as well. And as you can see right here on the right, I'm going to see if I can blow this up a little bit. You can see this is sitting at a 273 million market cap. And if you look at the liquidity, 11.
I'm tripping. I'm over here eating and everything. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Boys and girls, cats and dogs, toads and tadpoles. So let's go through the numbers real quick. Mudan is up 118%. I wish I'd have kept that Mudan. ZBCN is up 18.9%. Fartcoin is up 14.8. Swarms is up 31.3. Near is up 10.2. Uniswap's 14.3. FET is up 8.9. Organized up 15.6. Pepe is up 18.9. Litecoin's up 6.9. Peanut is up 56.6. So Peanut's actually running all the way up. Nero's up 25.2. Hertz Pay is up 8.6. Turbo Token is up 3.2 on the day. Toshi's up 13.8. Lucky's up 10.6. CFX is up 11. Baby Dodge is up 8.7. Boink is up 14.2. GigaChat's up 16. Ethereum is what I'm talking about, is up almost 13%. Finally, 2,474. So we should reap some of this pump from Ethereum at some point. Caspa is up 7.1, finally into the 10-cent mark. Ordinar's up 15.6. Gala's up 12.6. Osmosis is up 7.5. I think that is XRP's up 5%. Okay. So moving forward, current holders is 54,566, up 0.53% today. And wait a minute. Oh, yeah, here it is. So if we look at the holders, let me see. Looks like we had a dip. Lost 11% today. 11 holders. I'm tripping. 11 holders. So last 4 hours, we lost 8. 12 hours, we're up 12. For the day, we're up 45. 3 days, we're up 210. 7 days, we're up 363. 14 days, we're up 942. 30 days, we're up 1,421. So the interest is definitely rolling back into the toad. But let's see. Coin ranking has the toad at 15. Look like we're sliding down. 420.2 mil won market cap. Mog coin is 459 mil won. Popcat's 500 mil. XPX 6900 is 646.8 mil won. Stop it. Stop it. Form. What the freak is form token? $2. What the? Form token is 681.1 mil won. Dog with a hat is 729.6 mil won. Brett is 672.4 million. Eddie Penguin is 902 million. They're getting close to a billion. Fluke is getting close to a billion. 958.2 million. Bartcoin is at a billion, 1.3. Boink is 1.6 billion. Turbo, sorry, I'm tripping. Trump coin is 2.9 billion. This is where Turbo should be. Turbo should be where Trump coin, somewhere between Trump coin and Bonk, if not where Trump coin is. I wonder if Trump coin hadn't been released, would Turbo be sitting here in number 4? But as people are saying, eventually Turbo is going to pump past Pepe. Maybe Turbo will replace Pepe. Put a fire emoji in the chat if you think that's where it's at. Do you think Turbo token, the first AI generated meme coin, will replace Pepe as the number 3 token? Or you think SHIB could come down? Oh, wow, Dodge is the 30.5 billion. Okay, Dogecoin. But I think Turbo will definitely climb, right? And maybe it will be definitely in the top 10. I'm thinking maybe in the top 5. It should be above Boink, if nothing else, right? We should be pushing past Boink in the meme coin ranking. We'll check. What is this? Turbo stats on the Nero Turbo Aurora dashboard. Total count 79. Total turbo transfer is 169. Total addresses 316. It was 313 for a long time. Total tokens 44. Total contracts 149. Total verified is 36. And I keep forgetting to check with these guys to see if there's a way we can verify these contracts. Get the contract verification number up. Total blocks is 13.9 mil won, and transactions is 3,500. We'll look at the chart real quick, So this is 4-hour chart. You see we're adding volume. MACD crossed and is now split. On the 1-hour chart, the MACD crossed and we're losing volume. We're still holding the, where are we? The 006. Uh-oh. Wait, where are we at the 00? Yeah, we're still in the 006. So if we can hold the 006 today and push back up to the 007, we're back on track for the weekend. 45-minute chart shows the 006. MACD cross volume is down. We're losing volume. 15-minute chart says we're building volume, had a MACD cross. We are still right around the 006, holding steady. And on the 5-minute chart, looks like, yeah, still holding the 006, had a MACD cross, and the volume is going down. We'll check the RSI real quick. Let me see. Nothing in my eye. Let me add the RSI indicator. RSI is in the 50s and extremely low in the 40s. This is the RSI based moving average is 52 on the 5-minute. On the 15-minute chart, it's low as well, 43 and 41. Let me see, 45-minute chart, it is 54. And RSI is 47. On the hour chart, still kind of bullish at 56 for the moving average RSI base, and for regular RSI is 49.3. We'll check the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart actually is pretty high. RSI is 58, and the RSI base moving average is 57.1. So we are definitely still in the race. But I guess we'll go back to a quick little video. Let's see. Do. What's the most recent video? So we'll go with who's this? I guess we'll go with the trading sniper real quick, and I will be right back.
News, ladies and gentlemen. But before we dive into it, ladies and gentlemen, look, you guys want to join the Discord? Highly recommend it. The markets are going crazy nowadays. So if you need a portfolio review or you just want to get information faster, then make sure to join the community. But look, let's just jump right into it, right? We can see that Turbo has posted women belong in every space, including Web3, strong, focused, and leading the way. We can see female Turbo. Oh my gosh, fantastic. No, but no, this is not the big news. The big news is that we have been listed on another exchange, ladies and gentlemen, right? We can see, or if we actually translate the post, it's translated from Indonesia. So a meme-based crypto asset launched in 2023, created by Het Mankind, right, with full assistance of the OpenAI, GPT, blah blah blah. We can see it says the stuff about Turbo, and boom, we've got listed. Now, the reason why I find this big news, even though this exchange isn't the biggest in the world, is because Turbo is going global, right? The Turbo is going global, and I believe, from what I already know, is that we are already listed on a few exchanges that aren't American, or aren't some of the most biggest European ones. And this is what I like to see, right? Covering every single corner that we possibly can, going to countries where, for them, buying even like $100 worth of Turbo is a lot. And if they see, lots of return, right? They put in maybe actually $50 or $20, and this coin will do wonders. This coin, let's say, creates them $800. They're going to be, it's life changing. It is life changing. So I like the fact that Turbo is going worldwide. It is going global, and we are here to support it. We are here to support it. Do massive W, with the hashtag Turbo. And yeah, we can see also the April recap, ladies and gentlemen. So we got listed on 2 exchanges, right? SCX.io live for US users, and the Revolut app. I don't know why I can't pronounce it, but I'm leaving this in the video because why? Because we're chill like that sometimes on this channel. You know what I'm saying? But seriously, yeah, available in the UK and EEA. Collabs and promotions with Turbo and Mexi, right? Zero trading fee. Carnival Week, right? Meme contest, Telegram quiz, X Space, Turbo / Euro trading pair. I mean, yeah, we saw that was very, very unique, right? Other winners, right? The child's book publishing partner, and of course celebrating this. So very, very, very solid month, if I do say so myself. You got to remember that Turbo has accomplished a lot, and now it is more about just continuously maintaining the progress. Trying to become even more global, getting on all these smaller and medium-sized exchanges that we can possibly go onto, and of course the big boy is Robinhood. Robinhood for me is inevitable, like we talked about. So look, that is practically the news for Turbo. When we go to the actual markets, ladies and gentlemen, right, we can see that Turbo is looking to try to push out from its relevant range. We can see that Turbo does not budge, and it does not care about dropping down. It is continuously respecting its relevant zones all the damn time. We can see this daily candle looks absolutely beautiful, right? If we cut the noise and we cut the wicks out, we can see that, yes, sure, it was some sideways movement, but we can see we got a huge pump today. Now, by the time this video comes out, will we maintain it? There's a decent chance we will, but of course, I'll update you guys if we don't. So here's the thing, right? We know Turbo overall, right? Overall should be having an easy way up, at least at the bare minimum to 0.007, like 475. But since, the markets don't literally stop once there's a little bit of resistance, usually goes higher, around 0.008 is where we're most likely going to top out before we, not top out necessarily, but before we start slowing down. Look, the markets, if you guys don't know, are going crazy. Bitcoin is at $101,000, right? Big pumps. We can see, we'll go to something like, Bitcoin. We can see we've been ranging practically, 23rd of April till, I guess until the end of the first week of May, and then we have seen a nice pump, right? We are expecting a little bit of a pullback, or at least a liquidity sweep of 92,000, but we never ever got it, right? We never ever got it. So, the markets continue to go up, they continue to dominate, and unless this weekly candle turns around and becomes bearish or extremely weak, as in a wick, there should be no type of pullback, right? And there most likely won't be any type of liquidity sweep. Why am I saying this? Well, because, ladies and gentlemen, we expected for there to be some type of sweep. And at this current moment, I do not expect that, right? Because right now we are just trading within the relevant ranges and we're pumping up. Same thing with Turbo, right? We know overall the global liquidity is very, very strong and will continue to be very strong for at least the next 2 months for crypto, because we see the liquidity has been entering the markets for some time, but with crypto, it's always delayed roughly 75 to like 100 days, more or less. And, the liquidity has been getting absolutely pumping. And we've just been experiencing it for the last, 30 to 32 days. And we still have many, many days and weeks of at least consistent green. That doesn't mean every day is going to be a green. That doesn't mean there's not going to be sideways movement. Doesn't mean there's not going to be 1 day of or 2 days of red movement. That doesn't mean there's not going to be ever 1 week of, a sell-off. But overall, it just means that, hey, we are looking to continue up. Look, in the event where we do exhaust out a lot and let's say there is some type of retracement, Bitcoin dominance does slam up, right? We could see something very, very similar to what we saw here, where we just kind of continue going up. We lose momentum, sell off for a couple of days and then just recover next week. But that would most likely be, especially if we continue pumping up, if we go up to here, that'd probably be back into the zone of 0.005, if I'm being very honest. And then we would go up like this, right? Obviously, I am not the market maker. I do not literally know what's going to happen. If that's going to happen at the moment, I can just tell you what I see. And what I see is that Turbo continues to fail to go lower and lower past certain zones, which means it is super, super, super bullish. Okay. But yeah, look, ladies and gentlemen, we are flying. The markets have been going crazy. That is what we love to see. We know Turbo is going to kill it. We know it. if we go to something like Coin Market Cap and we go to Turbo, we can go to something like Turbo, we can see that we're already at 425 million market cap, 220 million volume. It's just looking fantastic. We are 123rd in the world. We are almost a top 100 coin globally, which is fantastic, right? It is literally fantastic. It was inevitable that this was going to happen, right? It was literally inevitable. We can see that already at 54,528 holders. The holders do not slow down, ladies and gentlemen, and they will continue to rise up as Turbo will be climbing the ranks and obviously pumping over the next few months, right? Exciting times. Really, really do love it, right? Even if we go to something like, the crypto market cap and we go to memes, we can see, ladies and gentlemen, that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 is with 11, 12, 13. We are 13th. We are 13th. We were just below Ape the other day, right? We were just below Ape the other day. And Mogcoin had a fantastic week. It had a fantastic, actually, 24 hours and is still below us. And Mogcoin was much, much higher. We talked about the ratios the other day. And look, man, the ratios don't lie. The ratios don't lie. So we're 13th already. We are closing in on that top 10 gap. And I mean, the big pumps haven't even started, right? The real race hasn't even started. By the time we're solidified, I think we're probably going to be like 6th, possibly even 5th. 5th is the goal, obviously. I know some people think, we can overtake Doge. Guys, got to remember that 20 billion market cap is not the goal, right? Because sure, can we hit 20 billion market cap? Yeah, but Doge is probably going to like 4x from here. So it's not really competing with 20 billion market cap. It's competing more with like 100 billion market cap. So, that is just how it's going to be. Also, we do want a head of, a meme coin, something like Doge. You got to remember that people are going to be putting money into Doge, but then once Doge pumps, right, something like Turbo will most likely continue to accelerate, at least for a few short weeks. And that money from Doge, Sheep, and, possibly even like Pepe will be flying into something like Turbo, causing it to pump even more. But that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Goodbye.
What Caspa is doing here is addressing what we often call the blockchain trilemma, the challenge of simultaneously achieving decentralization, security, and scalability. Most networks sacrifice one to get to the other.
It's weird. It rolled right into that Casper video. So, as she mentioned, there definitely is room for a pump. Like I was saying as well, it's going to be a matter of time before we start knocking off the top meme coins. Where's this coin ranking? Yeah. So we start pushing past the upper group in the meme coin ranking. But let me know what you guys think about that in the comments. And if you think we're going to push up over the weekend. But thanks for joining. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and super chat. It's your main man BTM signing out. Might do another video later tonight. I always say that, end up watching the game or falling asleep. But I might actually get to a video this evening. But either way it goes, thanks for joining. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, it's okay to be different. So stay weird and have a good weekend. Have a good Mother's Day and stay dangerous. And as always, let's get back to the money, guys. Miner out.